Hey people, this is Spray Love, and I am still going to talk about a fragrance. In fact, it's like a related subject, but it's actually about one fragrance in particular. It's about this one. It's called Eternity for Men, and I have found this bottle in a vending machine next to condoms in a bar. Um, why would there be such a thing? Uh, I don't know. Maybe you're like in a bar and you're like, I don't smell that good, and then you go into the toilet, like the washroom, and you're like, oh, there's this vending machine that sells Calvin Klein Eternity for men, and then you buy that and you wear that for the night, and you're good, you know. Um, Yes, and so this has also like because I mentioned in my earlier video that I had a date. It went really well. I didn't say the other video, but it went really well. So I was exploring the date-like fragrances, and I was talking to a friend earlier about the fragrances that we find in washrooms, in public washrooms, which probably are meant to be really sexy because it's like probably the goal next to the condoms. You know, it's like, okay, I'm buying the fragrance, I'm wearing the fragrance, and later on I'm gonna check out if I need to buy the condoms. I don't know. I'm just imagining, but it's really oh yeah, that's I'm gonna put some on myself because I am very daring sometimes. All right. Yeah, it actually does smell pretty good. And I am not going into the whole dry down thing with this one because I have already tried it once and it doesn't really have a dry down. No, it's just like very constant. Like it's obvious the top notes kind of fade away a bit, but it's like very linear. That's what we call like linear fragrances. They don't have much of an evolution. And these are all factors that make this fragrance a very good candidate for being in washrooms. It's cheap, it's very linear, and it actually smells pretty good on anyone. Yeah, it has a kind of a honey kind of vibe. It's a fougère. Like just right off there, I can smell that it's kind of in the fougère realm. A bit like the Platinum Egoist by Chanel, but far less interesting in my opinion. I have loved so much Platinum Egoist. I actually have another fougère right here that I could compare with, which is not at all the same type of fragrance. I am very sorry for the interruption. Here is Percival. Yeah, Percival is obviously a better fragrance, but somewhat it has some kind of very charming quality in there in Eternity. It's kind of like a fougère, which is very classy, very clean, soapy and everything, but mixed with actual body wash like Axe, you know? So it kind of like fits also the purpose of not being too refined, that people would be like, this is a bit too much. I'm not wearing that kind of clothes right now, and not also like pretty clean so that it doesn't smell like dirty, and then people are like, that's maybe a bit intense. So I think this is a perfect fit for the context, you know. you're going in the washroom, you're like panicked, I need to smell good, which is, I think it's a bit like a, it's maybe too late, in my opinion, if you're, anyway. Do carry around some, like if you're just wearing deodorant all the time, do carry around your deodorant. And if you are wearing fragrances, well, wear them. Don't buy them in public washrooms. I wonder how much profit they do, because I have seen that sometimes. I will not say I've seen that all the time or like very, very often, but I have seen that like sometimes, like in metro station, like in a metro station that I used to go a lot. There was always like, it's a bus station, a huge bus station, I think, and it's there in the washroom there was that, and it was also like it was a Calvin Klein fragrance. I don't know if it was like Eternity, um, yeah, probably something like that, but it does work. I mean, it's like it has a honey kind of vibe that I really like. It smells really cheap, but you cannot help it. It's just like it's that kind of fragrance, you know. It's not the you know. I mean, you pay. I don't know how much I paid, but then you like it's in coins, so it's probably $2, and then you get that. So I mean, it's a pretty big bottle for the purpose. Um, I mean, probably some people don't really know how to put fragrances on, so they just like buy this and just spill it all on them, which might or might not have the adverse effect of what they were looking for in the first place. But anyway, it's something that was, it always like made me think, who's the clientele for that kind of thing, and why is it always systematically just besides the condoms? Um, Maybe there is a link, maybe there is not a link, but I tended to think that there is one, especially since, okay, there was this bus station where you're probably not looking like to, but there were still condoms there, and I think there was a bar inside the bus station, so maybe, it was kind of adjacent in some way or whatever. But it's always like in clubs and bars that we find that. I've never found it anywhere else. In hotels. So hotels, bars, it's like something's going on with the bars. You want to smell good, so you just. This is the only explanation I can come up with. You want to smell good to get some girls or some guys and some institutions. It really depends, and depends on who you are. But you want to get laid, and you get yourself something to smell okay good to try to attract a bit more, and then you you get some condoms that are just besides, in order to fulfill the deed. Um, so this is I think it's a pretty like funny-ish thing. Maybe that some people actually they buy it and they're like, this really helped me tonight, so I'm gonna get the full bottle. Um, it's an okay fragrance. I mean, it's nothing special. I'm pretty sure I could find that on discounters at like maybe $10. The full bottle, the 100 ml. So it's pretty. It smells decent. It lasts a couple of hours. Not very long. I recall. It doesn't last very long, but it does last a couple of hours. So if you're in the bar and you spray it on and it's very linear, well, no one will even know that you didn't spray it beforehand, and it will last enough time to get you out of trouble. So it's does the job. I mean, so it's that kind of fragrance. Eternity, Calvin Klein Eternity, does the job. And while I'm at it, no judgment after all. You can be like someone who doesn't know much about fragrances and want to try on the spot in the bar and buy that and find it pretty interesting, and then go to the stores and try others and still prefer that one to all the others. You can. Why? This is a free world, and it is time for love, not war or hatred. I'm doing those videos to be a bit funny, but still, spread love and spray love. Bye bye.